views and opinions expressed on the show are strictly those of the host and guests and do not reflect the opinions of LAP Productions and its affiliates. No topic off limits. No food challenge off limits. Join these three friends making Tuesday funny again. Find them on LAP Productions YouTube channel and Facebook page, and be sure to check out the live chat.
I don't think you need to put a billboard on yourself. Unless you got the herpes. I mean, if you got it, man, let people know so they don't come around.
That's right. Does that have an arrow point on it?
See, my days are all jacked up. Yesterday.
Are we on air? Is it Tuesday? Are we making Tuesday funny?
Welcome back, everybody. We're back in action, and there you go. There's our intro made by Jason's son and one of his buddies, Devin and Stefan. They've done a kick-ass job on that. I finally got to be able to load up, be able to play that as our intro and things. Jason, what do you think? You didn't know it was going to happen, did you?
I didn't know. All you said was the mics are going to be muted, and watch what happens.
Hey,
that was
Leanne.
Fantastic.
Hey, Leanne, Darlene, Mama D, Angel, how you guys doing? Yeah, I thought it was great. Them boys busted their ass. I thought they did a kick-ass job. I finally figured out how to load it up. I had to start out the show with that. I had to.
Well, speaking of, there's Devin right there.
Hell yes, man. He missed it. He missed the intro. Him and his buddies. The intro is it. And don't get me wrong. I had Dead Dick Hammer queued up on the backside in case I screwed this up.
Oh, we can always play some Dead Dick Hammer too.
So yeah, I couldn't help it, man. I'm like, oh god, I get this. I finally figured it out. Actually, it was only before StreamYard would only take like 30-second intro, right. And they've now upped it to where it now has at least a minute to a minute and a half intros. If you really want to go that far, I think it's only about a minute, but you might be able to push to a minute and a half. And you also upgrade where before we could only have 6 people on the screen at one time, we can now have up to 8 people. We can have us and 6 other guests with us at once on screen.
Do you really think 6 other people, or with Joe it'd be 5 other people?
Yeah.
Do you really think 5 other people want to join us?
Well, I want to join us.
I mean, we got 6 right now, but 2 of them are you and I.
Well, we're always here.
That's
Mr.
right.
Tincher, what's up?
Mr. Tincher, Damien's here. What's up? How's everybody doing? Let's get some talking in the chat room. How's everybody doing? It's only Tuesday, so it's.
And we're not making it funny yet, but we're working on it.
We're gonna try.
Dude, I've been pimping you out here lately.
Pimping me?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I have not seen any of
the
pimping. I
was on a couple other podcasts. I was a guest, and they happened to be over in the UK.
Yeah, you've been quite the
and I made sure I talked about these things, and I made sure I showed this one every single time in the custom work with my brother Jason Arthur. You can find him on Facebook if you want your own custom. I was even pimping your ass out in the UK.
Oh hell!
Yeah,
you've been quite busy. Let's talk about that for a minute. What other shows have you been doing? You guys did Scotty's show. You guys have done a couple
Scotty's show the other night. Then I did one Sunday afternoon. I was with PSH Radio. It's out of the UK. Actually, they want me to come back on again, and there's just a whole lot of things going on. There's some things I haven't got a chance to talk with you about that I definitely need to. That involves us possibly working with another network based out of the UK. We'll get more into that later. So there's, even though a lot of things have been going kind of quiet with us because of the whole shutdowns and all this crap and quarantines and all that thing, we have been due diligently working on the backside of things, getting things prepped and ready to start getting a lot more stuff out, get a lot more things going. We want to get out and doing things, and if there's no other way to do it besides running my mouth on podcasts, and I'm going to run my mouth.
Oh hell yeah! But yeah, we do, man. We've actually everybody's kind of laying low and
I'm done
with this, but we've got some things coming. We've got some cool things that are on the horizon.
I'm ready to start taking some Sundays and Mondays off from work, take some vacation days, getting some days hooked up with Jason. I don't care if we go do some of our local favorite places, and it's just you and I, and we could go do some lives and see what's going on. And I'm ready to get out. I've had enough. I've played nice long enough. Well, I can't say about that today at work. I didn't play nice at all.
Right. Well, you act like an idiot. You win idiot prizes.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you got to give me credit though, man. At work today, I kind of got into it with a fellow employee. I kind of snapped a little bit, ape shit and stuff, and kind of pretty much just told him off. And I was quite rude about it. I had quite a lot of language about it, but I went straight to the president of the union, which I'm the vice president, and went straight to the vice president of the company with manufacturing and told them exactly what happened. Told them that I did get into it with him, and told him that I did cuss at him quite a bit. And one of the other guys in the union overheard. He goes, "Well, you think you might want to apologize to him?" I said, "Make no bones about it. I will apologize for how I said it, but I will not apologize for what I said because I meant every damn word of that shit." So
they got the truth today, man. I mean, what do you expect? Sometimes you work with people that their best contribution that day is just to stay the fuck out of the way.
Oh, absolutely. And I've told this guy that before. He's like, "Hey, how can I help you?" I'm like, "Go away." You're just holding me back. You're slowing me down. You're just it's nothing personal, man. But he is retirement age. And I think that, or he's really close. And I think he's just, he's getting that mindset, I'm down on my days. I've only got a few weeks or months, whatever left. And I'm getting the hell out of here. So, and bless his heart for that. And I hate it whenever somebody says that you're getting ready to retire. And I say, "Oh man, you're so lucky." No, they're not. They earned that. They put in tons of hours, blood, sweat, tears, and everything else to get to that point to be able to retire. And they're lucky that they made it to there without something tragically happening, getting hurt, not being able to work that way, without having any kind of health issues, without having, death and anything. You just keep naming a multitude of things that get there. For somebody to actually work that long to get to that point, to get to retire, I hate when people say you're lucky because, damn it, they earned that. They earned that hard.
That's a good way of looking at it.
No,
you do hear it all the time. It's like, "Oh man, you're so lucky." And yeah, I mean, if you look at it that way, it's you've accomplished that. You've earned that. You've done enough.
Not just at the place that he's working at right now, because he came to us from another company that actually closed here in Ohio and moved the plant down to Tennessee, and he didn't take the transfer. He ended up getting hired on with us. But he'll have like 37 or 38 years working. And people want to say that him retiring is lucky. Bullshit. He's earned every second of that. He's paid into that. And nowadays there's no retirement pay anymore. Everything's about your 401k that you put the majority into. If you're lucky, you get a little bit of a contribution from your company. I get like a 3%.
Right.
My annual salary from my company, and I can put in 18, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm putting in 6 times as much as they are. And everyone's like, you always get your retirement. I worked for that. I paid that into it. I earned that. It's not nobody gave me shit. My retirement is my blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
Mine.
Yeah, it's not like you show up to work and they just hand you shit for free.
Yeah.
No, you earned that.
There's no pensions anymore like that. There's nothing like that. So it's I hate it when people say that. I really do. Because like I said, they busted their ass all these years. They deserve what they've earned it. They've made it. They paid their own way for this. So
sure. But in the same thing, you're still punching the clock and there's still a job to do.
Yep.
So we got to get shit done. So if you're in retirement mode or whatever that people call it, and you're just kind of skating around, then skate on another rink because there's shit to do. I mean, there's still a job to do. There's trucks to load. There's all that shit. So
there's always something going on.
Let's say hi to Deb.
Oh yeah.
Chad, Jax, Heather, Zach. We appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope everybody's having a good week. John Tincher, how's Teresa doing?
She's okay. She's in on the couch. She's having a little breathing issues. She has what they diagnosed her with. The diagnosis they got today was persistent pneumonia. She's got pneumonia again. This is like the 8th or 9th time in 7 or 8 months. So I think it truly has something. The whole time she was off when she was furloughed, she never got sick one time. Not one bit at all. I think that wherever we had her employment, I think there's something in the building that's not agreeing with her system and causing her to get sick. So my thing is that she's trying to get out of there. She wants to work from home. If she can figure out a way to get that done, then she's going to go that route. And like I told her, I said, it's nothing personal, but what does your company give? I mean, I work for a union. I know there's going to be a bunch of union bashers in here. And if you want to, that's fine. I'm the vice president of my union. Been that for about 8 years now, but I'm going to negotiation for my 9th contract negotiation. Yes, the hillbilly has a brain, but we ain't going to tell nobody. But her company, they provide her with nothing. They don't even give her a match on her 401k. I have 5 weeks paid vacation. I have paid vacation holidays. She doesn't even get that. She earns PTO time. She wants paid for that holiday. They'll shut down. If she has PTO time, she gets paid. If she doesn't have PTO time, she's getting a day off without pay because it's shutting down because it's a holiday. So, and all in all, basically all it is a paycheck. So I'm like, look, with your health and stuff like that, if you can get the hell out of there and do something from home and still make a paycheck and stay safer and stay healthier, bail, get out. I carry the insurance. So we're blessed that, you know, some places the insurance, if your spouse can get insurance, they can't be on your plan and all this other thing. Mine's not like that. So we're good. If she can get the hell out of there, go.
Yeah, they did that to us years ago. That was when I first hired in. That was one of the big benefits of working where I work is the insurance. The insurance was top notch, and shit over the years and years.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I could still carry the kids, but Tanya, no, I had to pay for Tanya.
Yep.
So she was lucky enough to talk with a different employer, and they actually created a position for her and gave her benefits. So we're lucky there. She works at a job she loves. Don't get me wrong, she loved working dispatch and doing that through the police department, but that takes its toll on you. I hand it to a lot of times you talk about the police and the fire and all those people that are out doing it, but you know there's a central brain that keeps it all together, and that's the dispatchers and the call takers.
We know that
they don't get the amount of respect and admiration in that they should, and she did that for 10 years, and it definitely took its toll. So I was the same way. Fuck that. Fuck the paycheck. Fuck this.
Yeah.
If you're not doing well and it's affecting you, find something else.
Much like I told Teresa, said even if you got to take a couple $1 hour pay cut or a little bit more, what you're going to save on having to purchase your work clothes and what you're going to save on having to wear and tear on the car and all those other things, you'll actually make it back. In the long run, you'll make it. It's monetary, so you can make it back. Plus, it'll free her up to do more of the things that she loves to do, like the healings and all that things that she wants. She wants to do more with her energy work. She has a Reiki master. She also does the fire pulling. And there's a local shop here that's offered her several times to come in and set up once or twice a week. And of course, because of her work schedule and things like that, she's not been able to. So this would give her the chance to be able to focus more on the things that she loves to do. And they say if you can make a living out of what you love to do, that you're actually never working. And if that's the case, I hope she gets in that direction. I'm great where I'm at. I dropped out of college to be labor. I'm where I'm at because of my choices. I could not see myself in the positions that I had went to school for. Actually, once I get involved with it, I'm like, I can't see me doing this the rest of my life. I grew up in my family farming, things like that. My dad working in GM and things. I hate it when people are like, oh, you're just a laborer. Man, if it wasn't for laborers, you guys wouldn't have you wouldn't have none of the shit you got. It takes somebody to make it and build it. It takes somebody to haul it, ship it. Without us, you don't work. Nothing works. Notice that's why a bunch of people got to stay home, and we got to keep working because they knew exactly what it is. We're the lifelines. We're the food. We're the medications. We're the contact to all that stuff. Without us, it doesn't flow. I'm not trying to boot and then you got the other essential people like Jason and with what he does and EMTs and doctors and nurses. Without that, it really doesn't work. Without the police patrolling, protecting things like that. So I chose my path, and I'm proud of my path. I come from a long line of laborers, and hopefully my son will pull his head out of his ass and get some kind of skilled trade. But then again, he's still a laborer, so it is what it is.
All right. Hey, John, you can do that on Pornhub. If you just send in your resume, I'm sure send in a couple of home videos. I'm sure that Pornhub would love to have you, and you can make a ton of money doing that.
See, Candace Norton says they're shutting down for the first Thanksgiving for the first time in 20 years. We shut down not only for Thanksgiving, we get the Friday after off. I get a 4-day holiday, a 4-day weekend that weekend every year.
Yeah, we get the same.
Teresa gets
Well,
Thanksgiving Day off.
I should say we get paid for it. Some of us still have to work through it, and that was always one of the main things with being in law enforcement, and that is, you'll get holiday pay or you'll get all that, but I mean, for the first, I'll bet you 15, 16 years with my kids and everything else, I wasn't home for Christmas. I wasn't home for Thanksgiving. I'm out working. Somebody has to do it. And again, like you said, you chose it. I chose this. I knew what I was getting into when I started 25 years ago.
Yep.
And I love it. I love helping people. I love trying to keep people safe. I love my job, and I've done a lot of different things in law enforcement over the last 25 years, but I thoroughly enjoy my job. I love putting on the uniform and going to work. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I couldn't. We've discussed it before. I seriously have absolute love and respect and admiration for you and everybody that can do your job. I couldn't. I don't have the proper temperament. I have too quick of a quick file to handle. Maybe now I'd be a lot better, but when in my younger days, I'd have been in big trouble. It was better off that I did not go that route. I looked at doing it, but it was better off that I did not go that route. I was too quick tempered, and it shows too, because instead of following that route, I fell over to the other side when I started running around with bikers and outlaws. So I'm gonna be a cop. Oh, I can't handle it. So let's give me a dirt ball.
It isn't for everybody, but I mean, firefighters, nurses, I mean, the list that goes on and on, not just in that kind of field, but you find your niche, man. You find what you want to do. You find what makes you happy.
Yep.
And then you go from there. Some people can do it. Some people can't. We talk firefighters and stuff all the time. I couldn't do that. I'll go search for the bad guy anywhere. I'm not running into a burning building.
I'll run into the burning building.
I have with a house. I have done, you get put in that situation, obviously.
Oh,
but,
absolutely.
My choice of employment was not to put that stuff on and go play with fire. That's not me. So I think everybody finds their niche, finds what they want to do. And then, if everybody wanted to do one thing, the world wouldn't go around, man. It just wouldn't. We need everybody doing what they do on a daily basis
Absolutely.
to make this work.
Absolutely. And I'm trying to laugh about it and kind of make fun of it a little bit myself, but I have a major issue with how they've depleted the seriousness and the need for skilled trades like plumbers. It's like that. Oh, it's the plumber's crack, to make fun of it and everything. Electricians, oh yeah. And they've, in this country, they've skipped that and they went to they're just idiots, uneducated idiots. And, you got to get a college degree, where now that there's not a lot of people won't go into that because those fields were so degraded for so long, that we're seeing that we're having a major, major, major shortage in the next few years. And skilled trades are now starting to offer. I mean, make offers like that's like I told my son. He could get on as an electrician if he wanted to do that. They start him out at $17-18 an hour on the job training, getting paid instead of going to the school. Then they go to school at night and all that stuff. But they're actually putting them on the job and not just sitting them in a classroom anymore, because they need people in the field, whether it be an electrician or a plumber, a welder. We don't have them. They're not. People's not wanting to do that.
They're doing now, and I don't know how long they've been doing it, but they actually offer you to buy the card. You can just buy the card and then start. It's still on the job training, but you can actually purchase your card through the union.
Yeah.
And be a certified guy on the job training. And like you said, they're paying ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah. There's some of them being like $30 an hour.
And I hate to say it, but there's a lot of, that's hard work. That's too hard. I don't want to travel. I don't want to do that. I don't, so the money's out there. They're hiring again here at Jeep, and they're doing the family friends thing. So it's a lottery ticket that people that are working there now can give out one lottery ticket, and then you turn that in and you get hired. Now I think they start at part-time, but you work your way into full-time, which I think the part-time guys are starting at $15, $16 sorry, the part-time people are starting at $15 and $16 an hour.
My son's got a job down here. He's working at Kohl's warehouse. He starts this week, and it started out over $16 an hour. But he wanted third shift, so that gives him another 75 cents on the hour. And he wants to become an operator, and they said, "Well, there's another $1 an hour." And I'm like, "Son of a gun, you're walking in the door like $18 an hour. How did that happen?"
Right.
Hell, my first job when I got out was 75 cents an hour, and then when I got out of high school, my first real job working at the airport, being responsible for fueling planes, was $4.50 an hour.
Yeah.
$4.50 an hour, and they let somebody like me fuel your plane so you can make it there safely.
Well, yeah, but that's also the fumes explains a lot too. So, and I was going to say with Candace, my half of my family is local 50, union pipe fitters, plumbers.
Yeah,
my uncle was, my cousins are, and there's some handy sons of bitches. They're good at what they do. I talked with my cousin quite a few times where they climb scaffolding because he works at a lot of the like big plants doing a lot of stuff now, and he's got almost 30 years in, so he does a lot of foreman jobs now. But he'd tell me he'd take pictures on his cell phone and send them to me, and you're hundreds of feet up in the air putting stuff. Nope, we talked about that shit earlier, Jay. That's not me.
Yeah,
not
not
me.
anymore. And I agree with you, Tincher. And it's sad. And to me, there's a skill. To me, a skilled trade is still I'm a laborer. I drive a forklift and a clamp truck. I work in shipping and receiving, and I manage the warehouse and shit like that. But somebody that's a plumber, electrician, them guys, they're up there a little bit higher level than I am because they're a skilled trade in my book. Even job setters. What's the other one? The jack of all trades. Crap, I can't remember but anyway, there's and then you get into like your skilled trade and law enforcement and firefighting and thing. There's a skilled trade that also has a more of a life-threatening situation. Those are always, to me, those are rung up a ladder, and there's not a lot of people that's taking those rungs anymore. They're not even, in fact, not even taking the rungs that I'm on. We could hire 6 people. My company would hire 6 people right now if they could get them. Right now, we're only 6 more people right now. Can't get them hardly. The last 3 or 4 we hired, they're in their early 20s and they're working. The ones we're having problems with are the ones that's in their 30s and 40s. They work a few days or a few hours and they're like, I ain't doing this, and they quit. $17, $18 an hour to start, union benefits, everything else, and they'll walk out because it's too hot. I'm not working as hard. I quit. Yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? What? Don't even get me started.
Because it's easier to go sit and have somebody else pay you.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. That's why I dropped out of college. I just and believe it or not, there for a while I was taking psychology, and what got me with that was I really got to look inside my own brain, and I don't like what the fuck's in mine, so I don't want in yours. If yours is anywhere near like mine, we don't need to play together.
Psychology was never never my strong suit in college.
But I enjoy the way the mind works. I really do. And all that. I love that. But the biggest thing that really got me about it was they based most modern psychology at that time, back in the 80s, off of Sigmund Freud. And he was the most depraved, drug addict piece of shit. Now you're telling me that we're going to set a standard to be psychological standard for everybody else by this guy's because he said so? No. All men have fantasies about their mother. No, wait, because he did, we all do now? No, that's wrong. That's funny. No, I'm not doing it. So if he's going to be your role model, I'm out. You guys can have this. Psychology. I took that for a little while, and I realized that unless you become a philosophy, unless you become a philosophy instructor, basically what you're doing is you're giving somebody an application that says, I can overpay to overthink. Right. You got to pay me big bucks to overthink your problems because I got to pay back this big ass student loan because all I do is sit around and think about things. I just overthink them.
That is so true.
I want pay.
I want mass money. Somebody's going to write me an expensive check.
Yeah, it ain't going to be me. Teresa lets me have cheap checks. Absolutely. I worked in shipping and we have clamp trucks and everything else, and I've about gotten hurt or killed a couple times, but it's part of the job. I mean, it's only a 6,000-pound roll of paper. If it falls on me, it's going to maybe ruin my weekend.
Right. I did that for a while. I was actually, I drove forklift in a plant where we made kidney dialysis solutions. So that's a lot of heavy dextrose and acids and all that stuff, running that stuff around. I got to hand it to, I hand it to people that do that shipping and receiving and the fork trucks and the, all that stuff and working in the factories and, cause everybody works hot.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? There may be a day where
laborers work hot.
Right. But I mean, even there's some days where the air conditioning's out. Well, you can't go home. You still got to run the hospital. You still got to run the office. You still got to answer the phones. You still got to do all that. So,
yep.
It's everybody's just my son worked. It was kind of funny. It came full circle because I worked there and then I was part of the team that actually got all the workers and everything there hooked up with the union and made it union employment. Well, shortly after that, I was let go.
It always happens that way.
Then they said they were
get shit canned every time.
Right. Yeah. And then they said they were moving. So they offered everybody, moving packages and everything else. Well, they moved for about 6 months and reopened everything back again. And they were trying to play and they lost.
Oh,
and then years later, my son worked at the same place that I worked at.
I think
I'm surprised they hired him because of me, of course.
The disgusting job I had was a little place over here in Franklin, and they made some kind of pharmaceutical. But this pharmaceutical that they made grew from this. They made it from this growth that grew only on certain things. And the certain thing happened to be beef lungs. And I would go in on third shift, me and my best friend at the time. We both worked there together, and they would have boxes upon boxes of boxes, plastic bags inside, and open them up, and they were fresh from the slaughterhouse, and it was just beef lungs. And we had to run them through a grinder and spray them across the floor of this room. It's about that thick. So that way they would sit there for a few days and grow this algae, fungus, whatever the hell it was, and then they would cultivate that to make whatever they were going to make for it. But yeah, I didn't make that for about a week. That was terrible. 10, 12 hours a day. All you do is sit there taking beef lungs, all bloody, covered, and jumping in the thing and go, and just spreading around this room.
Jesus. I'm going to tell you what, the most miserable job I ever had, and I only lasted about a week, maybe week and a half, was roofing. And when you start roofing, you don't get to do all the fun shit. You're basically grab that bundle, hike it up the ladder, drop it on the roof. Go back down, get another bundle, hike it up the ladder, drop it on the roof.
I didn't make it with roofing either.
Well, I had about a week of that, and I'm just like, this isn't for me.
That and I think the one I didn't even make it a full day was I was going to start working with these guys doing masonry. Oh man, I'm fired up. I'm going to learn to be a mason. I'm going to lay brick. I'm going to lay block. Bullshit. You're going to carry hot. You're going to pitch bricks. You're not going to touch a brick besides to throw them up to somebody else or stack them up for somebody else for them to come do all the easy work while you do everything else.
Yep.
Bullshit. I'm out. What's up, Greg?
So, Greg, hi, Vicky.
So, but yeah, there's certain jobs that I've done that I just don't want to do again, ever. And by the way, everybody, Joe is running a little bit late. He has the link and will be joining us. So I've done it 2 bundles at a time. No, I never tried that shit. A bundle on each shoulder and walking up a ladder. No.
I've drank 2 40s at once. I've never done 2 bundles. Nope. Those folks are a different breed. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. And I think the worst part of it was when because my family had some that farmed and stuff, and some still do, is that having to do a barn roof. They got that silver. It's tar basically, but it's silver. You get that, and you get up there, and you got to melt that stuff, and it's all watery and runny, and it's melted hot tar, and you're on top of a solid metal roof that high up with a mopping that shit.
I'm going to tell you what, you talk about barns, and I'm pretty sure that you've seen it, but that YouTube video, or it was on Facebook or something, where they had the Amish guys, and there was probably 3 or 4,000 or 3 or 400, I can't remember.
300, I think it was.
Picking that barn up, a full barn, up off the ground and moving that sumbitch across to the prairie.
Yep.
That is some shit.
That was unfreaking real.
That's crazy. Hey, Samantha, how's it going?
What's that?
Gutter, yeah. But you watch those guys, and all you can see is their little feet moving underneath the barn, and they're just, and they're not. They're moving. There's no words for it. They're moving it.
Here you go. See if I can't bring it up on YouTube and bring it up where you can watch it.
Jay Lynch has never drank 2 40s at once.
Whatever, Greg. God, me and him used to pound on some beer. Oh my God.
40s? You guys get the 40s?
We got whatever they would let us have, man. Greg was always older than me, so he was always 3 or 4 years older than me. So, he was buying. He's the first asshole that ever got me drunk with some homemade shit wine, man. Just like I thought he was going to try to kill me. I thought he was trying to kill me. Just terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
There we go. Right here.
Just like Tincture, you paying your dues, man.
Shit. I don't want to pay no more dues, man. So here we go. Here we go. Watch this, folks. Come on. 300 Amish guys. Now that's unreal.
That's amazing.
That's full of men. I mean, full of men.
Listen to her. That's full of men.
Yeah. What channel are you on, Jay?
I'm on YouTube, baby.
Not the legs.
See all the legs? She's liking this shit.
Yeah. That's full of men. I wish I was in the middle of that barn.
Hell yeah, we did, Greg. We drank everything. If it had alcohol in it, we drank it. But isn't that cooler and shit? There's like 4 minutes of this on there. You hear the older guys out on the outside edge of it, hollering out and giving them cadence and directions and shit like that. But yeah, 300 guys, they put some poles in there and they pick that damn barn up and move it wherever the hell they want to.
Amazing.
Freaking believable. Unbelievable. And that's if it really wasn't for people like the Amish stuff, there's a lot of skilled trades right there that doesn't exist anymore, except for in that community.
Oh yeah. I love going and looking at their furniture and their.
That's what I'm talking about going Saturday. There's down in the other side of Hillsborough, there's a place called Miller's. And they call it the Amish Mall. It's got like 3 different. They got one building out, one area where they got all the sheds and things like that. But you get on the driveway and on the first right hand side, first thing you come to is it's a grocery. They got all their dry goods and stuff like that. Then they got a building that's got nothing but all their bakery stuff. Oh man, all the fresh baked pies and breads and oh god. And then they got a tack room on down with all the leather works, all that kind of things. But the first two usually when I stop because they got all that their beef jerky, their beef sticks that are so nowhere near as greasy as what you get like a Slim Jim or nothing like that. And I love it, man. It's absolutely amazing. And I told Teresa I went out this Saturday. I don't give a shit if I got to wear a mask for a little while. I don't care. I've had it. I'm done. And you go on a road trip. They go do something, even if it gets me in trouble.
Right. Yeah, the last time I think, or one of the last times I should say that we all ate Amish food as a family. Tanya and I almost got divorced.
The last time we ate Amish food as a family was with Robin Terry over in Illinois.
Yep. Yeah, and that's if you ever go to Ashmore or anywhere around that area, that was it, Yoder's, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Yoder's.
That is
my god,
unbelievable food.
Big ass restaurant. It's unbelievable and delicious and just yeah. If I go there, there's no counting points. Weight Watchers can kiss my fat ass.
Yeah, because hell, it's all comfort food. They don't even. You're not even allowed to say Weight Watchers inside there.
No, you're not allowed to say diet anything. You don't even ask for a diet drink.
No, that's. But they're true home cooked food is amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. And you went in there, man. We're going to go to Yoder's, and then we're going to go investigate. No, we're not. We're going to go to Yoder's. I'm going to go find a spot to fall asleep.
Yeah. We're gonna go to Yoder's, and then there's a nap.
Oh, a huge nap. I got to have a nap. So, but yeah, we're talking about heading down there. We'll see what happens. I don't know if we'll make it or not. We may end up somewhere else. I don't know what I'm going to have. I just know I need to get away.
Yeah.
I need to get away for the day. I don't give a shit if I drive 3 hours, eat dinner, and drive 3 hours back. I really don't give a shit. I just need to go. I've played nice enough. I've been working all the damn hours. I'm ready to have some fun, and I don't give a shit if I get in trouble with having it. As long as it. But then again, as long as they don't have to call you, because my philosophy has always been, it's only trouble if it involves the police. If they don't call the cops, it's just misunderstanding.
Right. It is failure
Yeah.
to communicate.
So, it's just a big old misunderstanding. And if it's
John, here's the thing, John. We need to plan, because I want to try to do this camping thing. Even if we find a cabin, and 3-4 of us can do like a Friday, Saturday, or a Saturday, Sunday. I'm as long as things stay open, I'm up for doing that. So I say we try to make that happen here soon before they drop the gates on us again.
We're still just the guys.
Yeah, it's always
Thank you.
I'll be
Thank you.
I'll be Big Spoon. You can be Little Spoon.
Honey, you can't go. Jason said so.
Yeah, dude, say that. That'll get us somewhere. That'll just cancel the whole fucking trip.
It's just the guys. I don't have to take you this time. I get to wear my big boy pants and everything.
Right. Oh hell.
She just put with 32 years of that shit. And Greg was my best man. His dumbass was there when I got married. Didn't talk me out of it, fucker.
Sorry, Greg. Hell, he knew there was no talking you out of that one.
Nah. Actually, we was in the back of the church, man. We had a couple of fifths of Southern Comfort. Imagine that. We was in the Southern Baptist Church. So we was drinking Southern Comfort. But we're in the back of the church, man. And these guys are offering me everything. In fact, between Greg and my brother, my cousin and stuff, like, Teresa's dad wasn't involved with it. They offered me, if I walked out the door right then and there, this is like a half hour, 45 minutes before the wedding started. If I walked out the door right then and there, they would, since they already had a few days off, and I had the entire week off, they would pay my way for an all expense paid vacation down to Texas. And at that time, I was big time into fishing. I mean, actually, we was looking at this couple. I was looking at trying to get into the tournament side of it and stuff. But if I would walk out the door and not get married, that they would pay my way to Texas, buy me new fishing gear and everything, and they paid for me to go down there and do nothing but fish for the week. And I stayed. I turned down an all expense paid bass fishing trip to Texas to stay and get married.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Well,
Because you might have been fishing, and and Stealthy Ninja come up behind you.
I said, well, shit, I should have took the trip and said, something's come up and we can't have the wedding right now. Can we postpone it for about a month or two and see if I could get both of them? But I wasn't that smart back then.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got both.
No.
You wouldn't have been alive for number 2.
No. So, but yeah, they did. They offered me an all expense paid trip, and I was like, I didn't even hesitate. I said no.
Oh,
I said no.
That was your best decision, brother.
Yeah, Greg, you said you did great, buddy. Yeah, because obviously she's a keeper and I'm not. If she ever wakes up sober, my shit's.
Oh hell. Yeah, we miss you guys for sure. We gotta, as soon as everybody gets settled in down here, as you can see, I've got all my neon lights and Grandpa's flag, my dad's flag, my father-in-law's flags. You can even see my my NASCARs, man. You can even see my NASCARs right here. But this room's full of just stuff because I was painting the walls and out in the other room and just trying to get everything together. Our deck should be done tomorrow. The siding where the remodeling should be done here this week. So we're getting there.
Getting it.
Yeah, he would have, Greg. That definitely would have. It would have been a mark. There would have been a mark on a bunch of people.
Oh man,
There he is. Jamie, what's up,
Kevin.
brother?
Joe should be getting here soon. I hope.
Let's hope.
I
Unless he actually fired somebody, there's a lot of paperwork involved.
Nah, you know he's supposed to come out tomorrow. We got to do the show tonight.
Oh hell.
Yeah, he said I think he wanted to fire somebody, and I'm like, pick me.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, me, please.
Oh,
Fire us both, would you?
I'll give you a quarter to try. What's going on, Jamie? That's somebody we need to get over and visit too.
Yeah, we do.
He's got a couple places over there in Illinois that we haven't investigated yet.
Thank you for saying it correctly.
Illinois?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like when people put the S on the end?
No. Drives
Well,
me
it's
fucking
on
nuts.
there. It's on
Drives
there.
me nuts.
You should have told me that.
Yeah, because if you say it now, it's not going to bother me because you're just doing it to be an ass.
Me? Moi? Be an ass? Moi? Do something smart?
Just like with the word new, they were like, "Oh, that looks new," or "Oh, you should have, you knew." Hey, how are we going to spell that? Shit.
Put a K on it.
Just put a K on that son bitch and call it a day. Oh, that sounds perfect. Like, what the fuck? Am I a
Jason, are
Bubba?
you a Bubba Wallace fan?
Absolutely not. I do not condone Bubba Wallace. I don't.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Oh, because he was. They tried to hem him up for being a racist and all that.
Oh
stuff.
my
And
God.
the whole NASCAR. They kicked him right where he pees, really hard. And I don't. And Devin, yeah. Well, there's the other ass.
Me and him get along really well, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Because we both irritate the shit out of you.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's got more experience at it. I'm older, but he's got more experience at it.
Yeah. He's been doing that for almost 23 years. He's been a big pain in my ass. But I love him.
Oh, damn,
I
John.
love him.
Damn you, John Tincher. You know what? You know exactly where to poke that bear. Come on. Keep it going, John. Jason will chime in sooner or later. He can't take it. Oh, come on. You know that wasn't fake. We was on the moon.
Yeah, we were. We definitely were.
There's a flag still there to prove it.
I'm sure there is. We've just never found it again, but I'm sure there's still one.
What do you mean they never found it again? It's up there.
Do they have pictures?
Well, yeah. Didn't you see the ones they posted?
No.
Oh my God. Here we go. You're gonna make me.
So somebody took pictures of the flag that's still standing there.
I took pictures when they put it in the ground or whatever it is up there. I'd say ground. What kind of ground is it? Is it what kind of sand? Is it like
whatever kind of ground they made in that big fucking warehouse? I don't know.
So it's cheese?
Could be whatever. I mean, hell, you can. They made it snow in the Christmas Story, and that was all mashed potatoes. So I mean, I don't.
What?
Yeah. Filming the movie The Christmas Story, a lot of it was filmed in Canada because they couldn't get the snow here that they needed. But when they were here and it wasn't snowing, they used instant mashed potatoes, the flakes, and that's what they used for snow. So, there's my useless fact. Moon ground.
No, they didn't pay off, Devin. My philosophy class didn't pay off at all. In fact, I referred to my 2.5 years in college as the most expensive party I ever paid for. I shit you not, I spent 3 months at UD in the dorm and never attended UD at the time.
You said you were with Big D what?
UD, University of Dayton.
Oh, UD. Oh, okay.
Yes. I
thought
stayed
you said
there.
You were taking Big D for 3
No.
years.
I'm not going through Dallas.
That doesn't mean Dallas.
It doesn't? Well, that one country song going through the big D, and I don't mean Dallas.
Don't mean Dallas. That's what it meant. Doesn't mean Dallas.
But I'm not going through Dallas or the divorce.
You're just going through.
I did. I had a buddy of mine that was going to school there, and he didn't end up getting a roommate assigned to his room. And so I just lived there for about 3 months until they figured out what was going on and they kicked me out.
You would. You would. You would. Did you take advantage of all the free food in the cafeteria? And
Fuck yes.
I'm telling you, my college, the only reason I went to college was to play ball. And other than that, I was going to the service. I was going to the military.
The only reason I went to college is because I needed to use my brain. I fucked that up because I drank it away.
Something tells me you were drinking it away way before then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it just got worse in college. It really did. Way worse. Way worse. See? Devin said he did that at UT.
Yeah, I guess he lived with a buddy or something there for, like you did.
Why not? What do you mean Debbie does Dallas? Does Dallas know? I thought Dallas was gay.
Not when Debbie's there.
Oh, switch hitter.
Yeah. Switch hitter dilemma.
This is getting so confusing. You guys are going to get me all confused here, which doesn't take much.
Just switch to one of the 13 up there, and we'll be right back at it.
I don't need to bring out another personality right now. Sorry, this was going to take a momentary lapse of reasoning. Oh, yeah, and I was plugging the shirts, too, the other night when I was on that show in the UK.
Were you?
Oh, hell yes.
They're down here somewhere.
Oh, man.
I'm sitting next to all this filming and camera equipment, man, and it's making me
It needs to be
making me
used.
twitch. Yeah.
The only one I didn't get a chance to pop up on them was this one right here, man.
That's a one of a kind right there, man.
That's a badass shirt. But anyway,
You know what my slogan for tonight's going to be, Jay?
that we need to get the fuck together and go film some shit. Devin's going to go with us, too. I think I'm going to drag Hunter along. Willie Nelson for president. I almost posted a meme the other day, but I knew it would get me in trouble because this is actually, it was a couple weeks ago when I did the show with Callie. About a day before that, I was getting ready to post it, but I knew for sure but a bunch of shit stirred up. So I didn't. I actually took the higher road for a change.
Really?
Yes. Believe it or not. I know I am too, Devin. But I had a meme that I was going to post.
Here's your head.
And hell yes. It had it had Archie Bunker and George Jefferson on it, standing side by side. And it said, for the White House in 2020, who gives a shit which one's president or which one's vice? Let's put them both in there. Make America great again all over it in a whole new way.
It was that during that time, the 70s and the 80s, that was fantastic.
But
The
you know,
shows,
everything
even the
about it was.
60s and the 80s.
Frank says, text him about the computer.
That's my buddy that wants to build the
Yeah.
computers for us.
I kind of picked that up on that. I figured that one out without that.
Nicely done.
My brain's working. I must have a new personality stepped up. The other one's like, boring little bitch. Get in the corner. Get in the corner. I'll deal with you later.
Little Frank, yeah, he used to work with us. Hoorah. He's a former Marine.
Oh,
Thank
hell
you for
yeah.
your service, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for doing what I couldn't do. I could do. Didn't do.
So
Fucking genius. Not me. He's going to be talking about you. I'm lucky my brain cells make contact every once in a while. Used to, I was accused of only having one brain cell and it floated around in the amber haze of Budweiser. And every once in a while I'd make contact with the brainstem. Some weird shit would come out and almost intelligent and it would float off again.
you should have stuck with the philosophy classes and that, because I think you'd actually, by the time people left some of those classes, you'd have fucking walked out.
Well, I got the one instructor so pissed off at me because we were supposed to do a 5-page report on whether God knew everything in the totality of a day, or whether he just knew, if he actually knew each and individual feather, the hair and everything, and da 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 da. Of course, I was drinking a lot back then. I didn't really want to do it. So I made my cover page, and I took my pages, and each page I wrote down one word: there is no God, period. And I turned that in. And he's like, that's not what I told you to do. I'm like, but this is a philosophical discussion, and that's my philosophy, that there is no God. But you don't believe that. It doesn't matter. That's the approach that I'm taking. So your question is null and void if there is no God whatsoever. I'm just giving it another. We went round and round and round. He gave me an F and kicked me out.
Did you think he was going to give you an A and keep you in there?
Bastard still took my money, though, for the course, son of a bitch.
Right? You started it. Oh, yeah.
I don't wonder why I get in trouble everywhere I go.
No, you don't wonder why. You really don't wonder why.
No, I just like, I've always loved pushing the limits of things. You will. Well, you see that. Teresa and Indian, I'm like, I can't go any further. I'm like, not even one more step. No. Come on, just a little half step. Okay, but I can't go any further. We just did a half step. You might as well go do another step. Like, God damn it.
Right.
I
love doing conventions and stuff with you, or talks and stuff like that, where somebody in there looks on the outside and doesn't understand the book in the inside and starts trying to talk to you like, you know, like you're silly or stupid or don't understand shit. And I just take a step back. I'm like, oh, you have no idea what is about to kick you in the face.
They see the bibbed overalls and everything else, like, oh God, this hillbilly don't know dip.
That's
okay.
Right. Listen here, 1 + 1. And then it's just like, phew. Then you see their faces after about 10 minutes of talking to you. It's like,
it's more like, would he please shut the fuck up?
right? Like, and it's like, no, you wanted it.
Yeah.
You wanted it. You got it. He even knows some big words.
I'm educated sometimes. It's only that one personality when he steps out. The rest of them get just, you know, like, as soon as he starts talking, the rest of us go like, oh, fuck, here he goes.
Yeah, he starts moving to the front. And everybody's backing up like, oh, hell. It's time for us to go drink. He's going to be up there a while.
Chris is going to go to the bar. He's going to be going, shoot, just shut the fuck up. We'll get you drunk.
Oh, I miss those. I miss the conventions.
I do. It sucks.
It's sad to see everybody canceling and that. That sucks because we actually had a lot of. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones coming up.
Bro, Dean was pumped. He's been in the corner crying for a couple of days when he canceled this last one. I'm like, are you serious, Bodine? Get over it, buddy. But I want SoCon. You can't have SoCon. I'm not doing it. You can't break out of the room again and go hide in the pool.
Right.
Can't go crash.
Or get arrested by security, and then he was on karaoke and everything. Yeah. There's videos. There's videos of that.
Bodine out there dancing with all the girls, and then the barmaids and the bartender and the waitresses, they really liked him. He got some good pictures with them. Yeah. I mean, whenever he kept his eyes up, we could see his face because he's like, "Damn, perv."
Those look like moon pies.
And he loves him some moon pies. Not you. You call it prison food.
It is prison food. Moon pies are prison
food.
Yeah, it's prison food.
I've never been to prison, and I love moon pies.
Well, I'm just telling you, you're eating prison food.
No, I'm not. Prisoners are getting privileged enough to have us redneck cuisine. That's $100 on a Saturday night. RC Cola and moon pie. Some bitch, you got something going on now.
That's right. I saved up all week so I can have me a couple of these moon pies.
I got a moon pie and a RC Cola. Shit. You put that son bitch on a stick and put it over a fire and melt that son bitch down a little bit. Oh my God. Put a scoop of ice cream on it. Damn.
There you have it.
Oh God, banana with vanilla ice cream and a little bit of caramel sauce. I think I just had one.
It just moved. That's funny.
Don't get me started, man. I'm trying to behave tonight.
No, you're not.
No, really, I'm not. I don't give a shit about being behave. I thought about reaching in over here getting a Tito's out, but I'm like, we're not sponsored by them, so.
No. That'd be a perfect mixer for the Bang that we're at. It's obviously not sponsored by either, but
Well, since I don't have any alcohol, I'll sit here with the only my third Diet Dew today.
Not sponsored by Diet Mountain Dew either.
She just had a foodgasm. I have all kinds of those. Trust me. Actually, I've not been having as much lately because I actually started back on Weight Watchers. Didn't say anything about it. So, because I get tired, like, yeah, I'm back. And then I fuck it up. I go, yeah, I'm back. I fuck it up. I'm back. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, Mama D, why? Because I actually started back on Weight Watchers. And believe it or not, I do not drink water. Jason knows this. I don't. But this last week and a half, I've been drinking 4 to 5 bottles of water a day. That's enough to float a battleship for my dumb ass. Now, why is it so? And I'm one of those people. If you drink 8 glasses of water a day, you'll be healthier. I'm like, fuck, you can drink that much water. Here's a case of beer.
I was just about ready to say that. I don't understand why it's so hard to drink 5 or 6 bottles of water a day, but get a case of beer in a fire, and it's like, hey, damn, where'd all that shit go?
Hey, damn, buddy, you got a case of beer for me. Bring your own, bitch.
That's right.
That's mine. I'm sitting on to share with your dumb ass. Get out of here. Oh, my God. See, I'm in one of those. I'm wired tonight. I don't know why either.
And that's why I told you need to walk around with a disclaimer for at least this week at work. Because that poor son bitch had no idea that you had four waters and only 1 or 2 Mountain Dews.
Speaking of that, should I play it again towards the top of the hour?
Yes.
Let's play it again. Devin didn't get to see it the first time. He wasn't here.
Play it again.
Where's it at? Here we go. Here for your guys' listening enjoyment.
Views and opinions expressed on the show are strictly those of the host and guests and do not reflect the opinions of LAP Productions and its affiliates. No topic off limits. No food challenge off limits. Join these 3 friends making Tuesday funny again. Find them on LAP Productions YouTube channel and Facebook page, and be sure to check out the live chat.
I don't think you need to put a billboard on yourself. Unless you got the herb. I mean, if you got it, man, let people know so they don't come around.
That's right. Does that have an arrow point
See, my days are all jacked up. Yesterday,
Are we on air? Is it Tuesday? Are we making Tuesday funny?
Once again, I got to say thank you to Devin and Steven. They've done a kick-ass job on that. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
Share it where I can.
the thing is with the music, Stefan made all that music. He put all that together. It's not something that was pre-recorded. He put all that together too. So,
And it's driving Facebook crazy too, because they're trying to figure out whether we fucked and stole something again.
right.
Because they bash us every time. They you two both.
And that's the funny part is when we post our episodes for Paranormal Mysteries, we always get that you're stealing music. No, we didn't steal the music. It's free music.
Yeah. And it's to argue with us.
Yeah, every time. It's funny.
That's why I try not to do anything on my page, because right now I still every day since I got banned for that 24 hours, every single day. And Devin said it'll be on there for at least a year. Unless I do something else to make him mad. It'll be on there longer. There's that little thing about how on a little banner says I click on my page on my phone, it'll say your page is still being watched for you were banned for X amount of time. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, you got to watch what you say. If you say to me cuss words, they'll ban you again. I'm like, well, fuck me. Some big capital letters. I put that on there. I'm like, well, there's an extra week.
Right. So do you think somebody just when they get to work, it's like, okay, what do I got to do today? Oh hell, I got to check Jay Lynch's shit again. Yep. No, he's still doing it.
It's not just mine. It's not just mine. There's several other people out there that get the same bullshit treatment because the overlords are watching.
Right.
The overlords are watching everything.
You remember when I got banned because I was sharing our YouTube page too much.
Yeah, you were sharing. I got banned at one time because I was sharing other people's events and stuff too much. I'm like, I'm being nice and I'm in trouble.
Right.
Ow, bitch.
Yeah, you're punishing us because we're just trying to have fun and help people. Oh, all right.
How dare you, you rat bastards.
Yeah.
Right there in the bottom of it every day. It's still there. And she said it'll be there for account warning. Only you can see this. And I click on it and it says your account may be restricted if you violate again. It's on there every single fucking day, every day, over and over again. And to get to it, I have that little great warning link at the bottom, so that way I can go click on it to see exactly what they're talking about. It'll be there for a year, because I made one mistake, and it wasn't that bad. Did you see the post that when it got me banned?
Which time?
This last time.
Oh, the last time. I mean, you just asked me if I saw the post that got you banned. I mean,
it was a guy who was an OSHA inspector and auditor and things.
Right.
He was quoting the OSHA regulations about cloth mask, the surgical mask. They're not even surgical masks. The other masks that people are wearing, and an N95 mask. It wasn't up a few seconds, and I was blocked down because I was putting up harmful information that was misleading, could get somebody sick and or killed. I'm like, so OSHA's an idiot now all of a sudden. The people that regulate all this stuff, that makes all the rules and regulations on this shit, are wrong. And I'm banned for 24 hours because I shared a government official. Now, this is on OSHA. This is across every state. They regulate all workplace safety hazards and all this other shit. And it was right out of the OSHA manual. And nope, you're giving bad information. You're going to get somebody hurt, sick, or killed. They're going to die because you're giving wrong information. I'm like, so then OSHA can suck my left toe.
That's amazing. That is amazing. How that you refrained from saying
something worse.
Yeah, like toenail, like a toenail.
It is after 10 o'clock. Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't. Now the other one is Paranormal Toledo still on so far. Jamie, what we're trying to do is to figure out an event that we could do at the Collingwood that's going to be the actual convention is probably not with vendors and that kind of a thing. But I'm trying to line up maybe a couple of guests and do a Q&A with a meet and greet and then an investigation after that. But with the COVID and restrictions and everything, we've got to be very careful with the amount of people and the amount of tickets and, all that stuff. So as of right now, we're still planning an event. I'm trying to put a couple of people together, and it still is on the calendar. Who the hell knows what happens at the end of July into August? I don't know. But as of right now, we're trying to put together a meet and greet, Q&A, and then an investigation. Separate tickets for the Q&A and the meet and greet and the investigation, or the VIP package where you get all of it. But again, once that comes out, if we're going to be able to do it, the tickets are going to be limited. So definitely we'll be talking about it more and more as we go. I'm still trying to get a positive yes or no from somebody, and then we'll be able to go from there. But hopefully that answers your question. Sorry, I'm trying to all I saw was some other stuff down here, and I thought we was getting crazy for a minute.
No, Greg, nothing clears it up for me. You all know better than that. It's cold beer here.
Bud, why? Sure.
I don't even drink that anymore. I used to just chug the shit out of that, man.
No, you drink the amber.
Yes, I do like Mick Ultra Amber. When I drink beer anymore, unless I'm out, then I always want it on draft. I don't give a shit what I get when I'm out in public. I want to draft.
Yeah, me too.
I go immediately see what draft beers I got. Usually, most places you got the old standard fallback Bud Light, but
Oh, I can't drink Bud Light. I can't drink it out of a can. I can't drink a draft. Oh, God! It makes me swell. I don't know what the hell it is, but I like beer. I like me a cold beer.
I'm
probably the last 5 or 6 months, or maybe longer. I haven't really been drinking that much. I did have a couple of draft beers during our little vacation and like a couple yesterday, but really haven't been drinking too much beer.
I haven't drank any beer here lately. I've really been trying to actually do good on this stupid shit. I don't know why. I mean, every time I lose about 10, 15, 20 pounds, I get the shit right back. I was trying to find a meme that I sent to Hunter's one buddy one time because he's a big Bud Light drinker, and I can't find it, which is probably good because it'd probably get us in trouble, and I shouldn't do it.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But you've already played the disclaimer not once but twice.
Basically, it was a similar thing. It was a cartoon thing about how a guy drinks Bud Light, and it showed a guy face down, passed out on the floor, kind of like in a Bud Light bottle stuffed in his ass.
That's funny. There's a lot of the White Claw and Truly ones that those memes, and I actually kind of like the White Claws.
I know you do. And yes, Greg, I do give a shit about a little bit of things in public. It's because Teresa makes me. Jason, you've seen it, and so has he. It's been a long time, but he's seen it too. When I get ready to go, and she's like, I'm like, what? I wasn't going to do anything. She's like, bullshit, you lie. I can see it on your face. I'm like, no, really, I wasn't going to say anything.
Use a damn lie, because you was getting ready to. You can see it. I know Greg knows. He's known you a lot longer. But you can see it. You can just look at your face and see, oh, that's going to be a bad decision.
He's going to do it.
He's going to do it. Hey, what's up, Ron? My cousin Ron joined us. Thanks for joining us.
It's always going to be too. Don't think it's ever going to change. I can't do it, man. And there for a while when I first quit, when I was going to cut back on my drinking, when I started drinking about a case a day, I was like, well, I'll just drink Bud Light. It can't be all that bad. Yeah, it was that bad. I went back to Budweiser quick.
But see, I can drink Budweiser out of a bottle, but I can't drink it out of a can. I can't. It's got like that metallic taste to it, that aftertaste, and that just is horrible.
It could be worse. Could drink Coors Light.
That was my go-to.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
I know.
Asshole.
I just drink Bangs. Not
no, he drinks Bangs and sparkling water.
Mm-hmm. No, just purified water, not sparkling. I know you're talking about the Trulies, my Trulies and stuff.
Yeah, great. It's like, oh hell, here we go. And man, I always had when we were still running around, I was younger and stuff. I had one of those the old hillbilly Jim hats.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was when I come out the door ready to go out and have some fun. If I had that hat on, dumb shit was definitely happening. More than likely, some kind of a bar fight. It was like we called it my glow to hell hat because that's exactly what I planned on doing when I put that hat on. It was a whiskey bit and hellbound night, and I didn't give a shit to see what happens. We could live, we could die. Flip the fucking coin. Who cares?
Mine was always when somebody got out the Mad Dog. When you got out the Mad Dog 2020, I was like, oh, well, who's got bail money? Because this is probably going to be a bad situation.
I think it was Mad Dog one night when my brother-in-law and one of his little buddies would run around with me and Greg. And of course, the young bucks tried to keep up with the old dogs and they couldn't. And Smitty, we call Kevin Smith, he started getting sick and stuff. When we was in Greg's van, we pulled to the side of the road. And the old vans back in the 80s and stuff, you had a big side door on the side. This is the old style van, not the one of these little sissy soccer mom vans. But he slides open that door and he's sitting on the edge of it, starting to get sick. And Greg sits down beside him and goes, come on, man, I'll puke with you. $5 if you can puke 5 times with me. So he started having a getting sick competition. Of course, Smitty finally made it to 5. He goes, where's my $5? Greg goes, oh, fuck, I didn't have any money. I spent it all on the beer. Sorry. So he did it for nothing.
So this poor kid's making himself puke 5 times and he didn't even get the cheese.
And he crawls back in the back of the van. And so he's dehydrated from the alcohol. Now he's dehydrated from getting sick and getting hungover like shit. So he just crawls up in the ball in the corner. We went for another 3 or 4 hours, having a good time partying and shit like that. He just curled up in the back corner of the van. Look like a dog or something. They'll curl up in a circle.
right? Moving stuff around a little bit to find this Jim Beam Honey or Liquor 43.
Oh man, is that Liquor 43 and their little beers?
Yeah, you can make them with that. Yeah.
They're all right. They're not bad.
They're fun to do like once, twice.
Yeah, he had to puke, Greg, but you encouraged him that if he did so many times, you give him money. You don't even need to puke like once, but you talked him into doing like 5 times and stuff. And Greg sitting right there beside him doing it too. He's like, come on, one more time. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with you?
I hate puking. I absolutely hate it.
We made it a competition.
Oh, I can't.
Dumbass.
Yuck.
Dumbasses.
And that was going to be my question. Was it you had to drink until you puked and then drink again until you puked and then drink again? Or could you just start making yourself puke?
Yeah, because he was getting sick from drinking so much, trying to keep up with some older people that knew what they were doing. And he kept saying, I'm going to get sick. Greg's like, well, let's do it, man. I'll do it with you. He started challenging him.
Oh.
We weren't that bright.
That one, no. That's not.
I didn't do that one. I just sat back and laughed.
Yeah, man. I can't stand puking to begin with. So it's like, whoa. And to have to do it 5 times for $5 and then not get paid.
Yep, they get paid. Didn't get paid at all. It's better than poor Easter's. You got thrown over top of a car. What? He got mounted off and stuff, and they pulled him out of the back seat. My buddy has 69 Chevelle. He got mounted off, and James and Greg, they was in the front seat. Easter's wasn't that big, maybe 105 pounds soaking wet, but he was talking all big and bad and all that stuff. And Greg picked him up and shook him around a little bit and threw him over top of the car. James picked him up off the ground. He's like, you all right? Yep. You're sure? Yep. Threw him back over to Greg. Greg picked him up, threw him in the back seat. I just sat in the back seat, kept drinking my beer.
That'll bring that tough talk down a notch.
Yeah,
and you're getting physically thrown over the top of cars.
I think it was the last time you ever went out with us.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Dumb shit. No, but see, kids can't do this shit nowadays.
Because then somebody gets thrown over and then they go home and say something and then it turns into something bigger.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things we could do 20, 30 years ago that there's absolutely no possible way you could do now.
No.
None.
No. People don't have a sense of humor anymore. Everybody's so uptight. And it's not really everybody. I shouldn't say it like that. But the ones that are so uptight are very, 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 very vocal about it nowadays. The simplest things become an issue nowadays. It really does. And it's sad. It truly is sad. You can't argue shit, like I said. Archie Bunker, they did try to remake that and made 2 episodes and it's gone. And Jimmy Kimmel's shows got canceled too. And what happened with that? Where did Jimmy Kimmel and what's her face? The blonde chick that did the daytime show, Ellen, where did they just up and disappear to all of a sudden? Their shows were the top of the charts. All of a sudden, they're gone. They're just canceled, gone. Nobody hear from them anymore.
I didn't really hear too much about the one, but there was some things going on with Ellen.
What? She's been too fucking nice, giving too much stuff away.
No, I think it was the total opposite. There was like a bunch of bad stuff that was happening, and then she actually came up on the guest list, or they started digging into Epstein and his island and who was on the flights out to the island back and forth, and her name had popped up on those a few times, and with maybe some pedophilia and that kind of stuff, and they said squirt.
Damn, I didn't know what happened because I never watched any of them. I just got someone's like, "Hey man, did you notice that Ellen disappeared?" I'm like, "Who?" I can't even think of her name a little bit ago. I'm like, that blonde chick used to the daytime show.
They tried to cover it. They tried to cover and all that stuff, but it was. I'm pretty sure that was the news about it, was that she was part of the people that visited the island.
Wow.
And
well, this new chick they got, whatever her name is, Epstein's friend, that she won't last long. She won't get to testify either.
No, probably not.
No.
There was a show on Netflix about it. I think it's called The Island or something like that. And I sat down and watched it, and it is unbelievable.
If it's true, if that show's true.
Well, they seem to have enough in their bank to show some different things, and they had a lot of women that came forward as far as
I went there.
being paid at a very young age a whole lot of money weekly or monthly to visit the mansion. And then when they got to be 15, 16, because a lot of them were like runaways and things like that, so they didn't have anybody to report to, and the ones that did had parents that were gone all the time anyways, so they didn't really know, what I mean? So it's but he was just throwing money at these little girls left and right at 14, 15 years old, and to do some crazy shit.
He's been given a lot of money to be able to throw at them because somebody was paying him to pay them.
Yeah, well, he set it up. I mean, when they started in this documentary,
we better watch what we say before we get bumped off.
I stepped way over the line with the whole fucking moon landing. So this isn't.
Quit picking on my moon landing, man.
But I mean, you're talking like royalty and shit. It goes that far up. It's I mean,
it's deep from what they say.
Yeah, if you get a chance to watch the Netflix series, I think it's like 5 episodes or 6 episodes.
Oh, those docu-series.
Yeah, I firmly suggest it. What's that?
Why aren't we filming one of those?
Patience, young Jedi. Patience, young Jedi. There's something in the works.
I just want to go have fun, man. I want to go work. I want to go do something. We'll film some shit. We'll tell a story. Where to go?
Yeah.
Can we? There's a location up here close to you that could you and I get in there and spend some time in there one night and kind of do some shit?
Absolutely. I know somebody has the keys.
Then we need to set up a time when you have some free time, which I know you're busy with moving and redoing the house and all that stuff, but I'll come up and stay on a Sunday night. I'll sleep in my car if I have to. I don't give a shit. I don't care about that.
You can sleep right back there as soon as
I'm saying I want to have some fun, and you and I go do some investigating. I don't know. Anybody here, would you watch us if me and Jason did a little bit of live? We went someplace, and it just be the two of us. I mean, because you won't have the great Tina and Teresa, so can you put up the two jackasses?
Unsupervised with nobody there to go, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, that's even better. You and I turn loose in a place, unsupervised, without our little Jiminy Cricket sitting on our shoulder going, you guys really want all the rethink that shit.
Right. Hey, do you have
look at Candace, behave, boys. Hell no.
That's not in our vocabulary.
Candace would watch. We got one person would watch. We're in.
Yes.
Mom does that too.
It's all worth it. It's all worth it now.
Set a date, brother. We'll put it a date. I'll come up here. I'll take a vacation on a Monday. I'll come up. We'll go have some fun. We'll put it out live. I got my own car now. I can drive up here all by myself. I don't have to have Teresa's permission.
Well, we will definitely put something together. Because there's another place that I'd like to go, just the two of us.
Okay.
And,
is this something we can film, or is this something we gotta keep private?
Depends on what Pornhub gives us.
Oh, damn. Wait a minute. I just got nervous all of a sudden.
Yeah, you should be. No, but you also have keys. So
yes, I do. Yep. I get it. And Sunday night.
What's up, bro? How's it going, brother? Hope everything's good with you guys.
Sunday evening would be easy getting there. Easy. Not a problem.
Because there's a couple of spots in there that I think you and I need to tackle. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still some unanswered stuff going on.
Hell yes.
So,
just a little alone time. Oh, Paul. He's got alone time and he shared it with us.
Either that or he's talking about you and I doing stuff together.
He probably is, but I just want to have some fun with it, put it back on him. Because it is Paul Bradford. It's not like that's still one of our biggest viewed shows on Paranormal Mysteries when we was doing the podcast.
With Paul?
Yes. Paul Bradford's episode is the most viewed and most listened to, most downloaded, because we put that one over on Anchor. We were still doing the Anchor FM back then. That is on all the formats that we were using at that time. He is the biggest listener and viewership that we have of any of the shows that we've done with Paranormal Mysteries podcast.
Well, and his Trending Fear, his series with Trending Fear is now in the UK. They just started the episodes and are showing it over in the UK. So congratulations, Paul, for all that, man. That's rocking. That was a great episode, a great series.
Yeah, I watched that one all the way through. There's some of the others I didn't.
He's serious. It is the most viewed.
Yeah, I'm not just blowing sunshine up your ass or trying to kiss your ass, because that's not how I am. And you just tell me I was chafing it anyway. You leave a hickey back here, she'll kick my ass. No, but yeah, it was absolutely with Paranormal Mystery podcast. In fact, I think it's even with for as many years as me and Teresa did with Sit Chat Left with Lynches, I think it was still, even with those combined, still the most viewed, most listened, most downloaded episode of all the podcasts on both those shows. I'm not even going to bring this one up. We have nobody wants to download this because we scare the fuck out of people.
Right. Yeah. What? Paul, can you let everybody know? Because I just saw it. I think it was last week. So what episode or are they on for this Saturday? So this coming Saturday, is it episode 2 or I don't know how long it's been running. I think it's only been running for like a week. So I'm going to say awesome. Episode 2, but I don't know.
That's absolutely awesome. And they were great. I like the approach of it. I think what Paul did with it was phenomenal. And looking at things from that perspective. And we've discussed it before. I mean, he's tripped my mind up quite a few times. I'm not big about bragging about people doing that to me either. My God. That usually hurts my feelings.
Well, but the other thing is he brings more than just investigating to the table. He makes equipment, and he doesn't make just the equipment that everybody else is making. He does a lot of different things. He brings a complete separate mindset to the table, and the way that he does things. And a lot of that stuff was his and his ideas, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely.
When we started talking, when KD was on. And then, with Paul and everybody doing these shows, and it's like, you want to see something different, and the stuff that these guys are bringing is that next step up. Brian and those guys with Ghost Hunter, same thing. They're trying to do different things, and I applaud that. And I'm going to be a little biased because Paul's one of my best friends, and his intellect and how he thinks things out and what he does is some of the best I've seen. And I enjoy picking his brain, and we enjoy having him on. And
we do it again.
Yeah, we should. We should for sure.
Whenever you two can, work it out, just tell me and I'll be there. Just tell me what I need to do. I'll be there.
Like I said, I'm just happy that his Trending Fear was picked up and is now getting shown in the UK. And
yes,
that's awesome. It wasn't just here and done. So, congratulations again, brother. I think it's fantastic, and hopefully, there's more to come somewhere.
Absolutely, there'll be something more to come. Just a matter of when, where, and how. And but I know there'd be. I know that I don't know, but I feel deeply and strongly enough about it that with like you said, with what he brings to the table and the perspective that he brings to it, that it definitely needs to continue in whatever format he decides to go with, because there's something there. And I love the fact that of how he does take it outside the perspective of what is accepted and within the community, which is something we discuss all the time, and we've discussed with him. There's no set standard of this, and people are afraid to look outside these parameters that they've been taught. And the people that are willing to look outside that parameters need to have more people focusing on what they're doing, because if they want advancement in the field, then they need to start thinking more and stop following less.
Right. Well, one thing I've always said about Paul, and it's true if you've ever met him, is he'll tell you the way it is. He's not gonna.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, that's what I like about him. That's what I like about Scott and all those guys. They're not going to, when you send them something, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, that's great. If it sucks, they're going to tell you, it sucks, dude. You know, they're not afraid to be honest with you, and that's one of the qualities I enjoy about Paul. He's not afraid to. And thanks for joining us. I appreciate it, and you have a good night, brother.
Yeah, people don't like being told the truth. That's very true, Paul, with some, but some of us absolutely have the utmost respect for it. I'd rather you tell me the truth and kick me in the nuts with it than to feed me a bunch of roses and sunshine and make me allow me to think that what I'm doing is right and I continue to do stupid shit. The only way to progress towards ourselves and the field is to be more open and more accepting of other things. And I think it's starting to make a turnaround on that. God, we got serious all of a sudden.
I hope so. Jamie, brother, good night, man. We appreciate you.
Night, Jamie. Tell everybody we said howdy, bub.
But yeah, you're right. It's a lot of people don't like to be told. They think that their shit's right and their shit's that's just the way it is, and
they shit left.
And they shit left. And
I only like to be told what to do is when I'm naked.
Right.
They're with this conversation right now. We've been serious long enough. It's time to throw a little fucking smart ass in there.
But
somebody had to do it. Joe didn't show up.
No, I don't think Joe's coming.
I don't think Joe's going to make it because we're about 10:30. It's about the time that we usually start saying our good nights and goodbyes and all that good shit. Yeah. And Joe hasn't made it yet.
I'm telling you, he's probably fired like 2 or 3 people. He was.
I hope we're 2 of them.
He was on that, right? 1 and 2. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go file for unemployment tomorrow. I got fired.
I'll file tomorrow and I'll be at your place Thursday.
My boss will be like, I fired you?
Like, yeah, you didn't get it? You didn't get the memo? I got the memo.
Yeah. Joe said.
That's right. Joe fired us. Who the fuck's Joe? Joe's the boss. He fired us.
Absolutely, Candace. I tell people all the people meet me for the first time, like, oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm an asshole. Jason seen me do it thousands of times. I do it all the time. And I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I want to tell you what my side of it. And if I'm wrong, like Paul, he will explain why I'm wrong and try to educate me. If I don't listen, then he'll try to pound it a little bit harder. But that's the good thing about it is he will try to educate you if you're willing to listen. And I'm one of those people that you can't just say I'm wrong because I said so. You have to tell me why I'm wrong because I can't learn because I said so. I can't learn if you don't show me. If you just say, well, you're wrong. Well, how am I wrong? You just are. Oh, fuck. Here we go, getting defensive. How am I wrong so I can learn how to do it right? Or how am I wrong? How am I not doing it your way so I can learn how to do it your way so I can still say you're full of shit? No.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. There is a lot of people that are, we're not doing it right. Well, why? Tell me how to do it right. Well, I'm just telling you, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. They don't want to tell you how or why. And that's absolutely useless then.
Yeah. Explain to me why you do it that way so that we can learn from each other.
Yep.
You just tell me I'm wrong, but
one of our favorite scenes with Jason, myself, and everybody at Paranormal Mysteries, we love working with other people. We love getting the chance to get around other people because no matter what happens, you always learn something from somebody that you never worked with or somebody you have worked with before. You learn something, even if it's something you don't like or something you don't want to do. You still learn something. You learn another perspective. You may not ever use it, may not like it, may absolutely despise it, but you still learn something. You learn what you didn't do, what you don't want to do, or you learn what you do like that, and you do want to build off of. So always be open-minded. Just don't have multiple personalities looking at some bitch.
Right.
It's all fun and games till the voices start making fun of you, and you don't know which one's you.
Right, and then you start answering them.
Oh, I argue with the little bastards. Oh, come on. Everybody argues with herself, and everybody has lost an argument to themselves.
At least once.
Oh, more than once.
I'm saying at least once. At least
you
once.
do it every day. Anytime you're trying to make a decision, you're debating the pros and cons of it with yourself. You're basically arguing with yourself, and sooner or later you're gonna make your decision. So one side of you won and one side of you lost.
Mic drop.
It's not just us crazy people. We all do it. We just admit to it, and we do it out loud.
Right? We do it out loud in
We
public.
do it out loud. That's the problem.
Oh hell!
With that said, I think we're going to close up shop for the night. Kansas City CC, you can take different paths on the outside. Circling still, yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
And that's deep, Candace.
Yes,
That's
she
deep.
was using that philosophy, being
That's right.
philosophical. Philosophical.
Oh hell! Hey, you know what? I miss you guys. I know we haven't had shows regularly on Tuesdays, and the majority of that's my fault for
Bullshit.
moving and what have you. And
It's not all his fault.
but we're back. We're doing it. We're going to
back.
start doing the Sundays again. Paranormal Mysteries podcast.
Start getting booked up.
We're doing Mondays, Ask Us. We're doing Tuesdays, the TNT show. After that, it's well, you guys are here, so you know it's after that one. But
No.
you know, we're going to try to do some other things. Jay and I are going to do some live stuff. We're going to start doing some different investigations. There is something that's in the works, and we're very excited about it. And it'll be more of a documentary style type filming interview. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
It is multifaceted.
And I'm not trying to do we're holding it close to us and we're not telling anybody. As soon as we can actually lay out the dates with the people that are giving us this opportunity, and I can put it in sand and stone that this is what we're doing, then we'll be more than happy to talk about it and tell you guys about it.
Absolutely.
And it's not anything like that, but it's
not
very cool. What's that?
It's not one of those, we're going to an undisclosed location. We can't tell you where it's at, but we'll broadcast live and tag ourselves there.
Right?
I can't help it. I love it when people do that. I can't tell you where I'm at. Oh, look, I just checked in here.
Right.
Well, live.
That's right. We're not allowed to tell you it's an undisclosed location. But an hour before that, they tagged eating at a restaurant down the street. It's like, this isn't going to be that hard to figure out. But yeah, we've got that going. There's some other stuff brewing. It's, I think we're just kind of tired of sitting around and not being able to do things. So we're going to start doing some fun stuff. We're going to start getting Jay Smiley Squared back.
Yes.
I know our brother John Tincher is going to write some stuff for us, and we're going to sing it. And our last single debut went off the music charts. We're still getting expensive checks every week for that debut single. And so we've been asked to do that again. So Jessie's right over here in the corner. And she's been bugging. She's been getting out and moseying around down here in the new basement and whatever. So
New house, man. You gotta go check it out.
yeah, I'll have to see if I can't catch her on video one of these times, because she's still a little skittish, but I just know she's out. I can hear her running around, but when I come down here, she's usually back in her outhouse. But I know Bo Dean's probably had his fill of being quarantined and just hanging out. So
Dude,
we're gonna get him out. We're gonna
He's
get
got
him
a
out.
problem.
We're gonna have some fun.
He's got a problem. We found a playground down here that I can't go by it with him in the vehicle. We have to stop. He damn near rips the car door off trying to get out to get to it. Has a ball with it. Looks like a big old wooden fort. He gets out there and swings and slides, and it's just crazy.
Well, good for him. We should
He got a blast.
yeah, we should film that a little bit and let everybody see how Bodine, because he's starting to become a little bit more comfortable around people, and I'm sure everybody down there is a little bit more accepting of him and seeing him. And
tried to play cornhole the other day, but we kept eating the corn out of the bags.
yeah, well, that's going to be a hard one, because then they kind of look like moon pies, and he likes moon pies, and it's He's right. One day at a time. One day at a time.
Playground, though, man. The playground it's absolutely. He's all over the damn thing, swinging, y'all see with all that hair flopping in the breeze one.
Right.
Lord, how do you see? So
we promised you. We promised you we're going to bring you some fun stuff. We're going to, just like I said, put a smile back on everybody's face. Have some positivity. We're going to do some positive stuff, and there's everybody's surrounded with negative all the time. We're going to bring you some positive, fun shit. So
absolutely. Got to get about doing what we do and having fun doing it. So, and like I said, we're going to be doing some lives. It may be just Jason and I sometimes, and sometimes we may have somebody else with us, and it may be somebody at the crew. It may not be somebody at the crew. We'll figure all that out as it happens, because we're definitely getting some things going. I'm tired of being cooped up. I need to get out.
That's right.
There's some spirits out there that ain't told me to piss off lately. So,
and that was one of the, and we'll save this for another night, but something to ponder on. Because these locations have been all shut down for months and months and months, do you think that when people start getting back into it, is the energy and that going to be a little bit higher? Is there going to be more answers, more interaction, or do you think that it just is what it is, and if you're there, you're there? Because they can't leave the house, right, or the location. They can't. They're not allowed to walk away or wander.
And you say the moon landing didn't happen.
It's something to think about. And what we made probably a Sunday paranormal mystery podcast topic.
Yeah. It might even be this Sunday. We'll see what's happening.
So something to think about. I know there's a lot of paranormal people here in the chat, so just something to think about.
If we decide to do this Sunday, we will post about it. We'll put something up. We'll make a little event page, something like it. We'll post about it so everybody can be aware of it. And thank you guys for everything. Seriously, we wouldn't do this yes, we would. We would still do this no matter what. We have a blast doing it, but we love your interaction. That means a lot to us, because this one's supposed to be a conversation. It's just not us two up here going
right.
Without Joe, that little winch.
I'm telling you, somebody got fired.
I'm telling you. His cheap check ain't getting written this week.
Nope. We appreciate you. Thank you again for tuning in and hanging out with us. And, like always, we're trying to make Tuesdays funny again. So
at least for us.
Hope y'all have a great week.
Y'all keep it safe, man. Stay good to one another.
See you.